That's how I do my pores. Hello. Hey everybody. My name is Jasmine. If you don't know, you can follow me at In Love with Jasmine on all, that's my handle for all platforms. And I am creating a series called Capture Culture Equals Cancel Culture. This is near and dear to me, and I'm gonna use this episode, do I got a list like Charlamagne? Okay. I'm gonna use this episode in particular to explain exactly what that is. Because capture culture. What exactly is capture culture? To me, capture culture is when something has to be shareable. Something has to be Instagram worthy, Pinterest worthy. It has to be damn near picture perfect for somebody to want to share it. That is insane. And I have caught myself falling victim to that. I have. Like, everything has to look perfect. Like, your house has to look perfect. Your hair has to, like, everything has to be perfect. If not, it's not going on the feed. Like, is it feed worthy? And it's like, okay. You know, relationships is the big one for me. All things of relationship, and especially me, and I'll dig further into my story on an episode to come, but you know, no relationship looks the same. No relationship is perfect. Everybody that you may consider relationship goals probably going through hell too. And guess what? I keep seeing that meme following around. You know, we gotta be, meme culture is a thing too, okay? But we have to be careful of the whole, oh, if it requires suffering first, I don't want it. I am waiting for the day for one couple that is of success together to come forth and say we've never experienced anything. Yeah, it won't happen. You know, relationships are trying, relationships are hard, and it's not always gonna be picture perfect, right? And that's okay. Homes, this is a big one for me. Newsflash, I'm 30. Most people in their 30s or 20s, yeah, we're buying homes, but 9 times out of 10, we have to start off with a starter home. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with a starter home. A starter home is just as grand, just as fabulous, just as monumental into your momentum as an adult as if you were to buy your dream home. Like, it's literally the same thing, I think. You know, I'm in my starter home and we'll be here for a few more years, but it wasn't a new build. I was able to do some renovations, small work throughout, and we've been here to be 4 years in May. And I'm very pleased and proud of my little house. Like, it's mine. So sharing that and sharing my kitchen, that may not be the white kitchen with the marble, which is beautiful, right? That can be goals if that's what you want. But if your countertop isn't marble or granite, it's okay to post a picture of your food. You know, it's like, it's so crazy. And some people might be like, whoa, I never think of it like that. Well, if you're a blogger, automatically you do. But naturally and subconsciously, we've conditioned ourselves to fall victim of capture culture, period. Even concerts, basketball games. Carl and I recently went on date night to a basketball game. He was like, hey, you know, I'm getting us some tickets, whatever, let's go. And he has this thing where you can get tickets for like $20 or $30. Fun date night option. And then after the game, we went and had dinner. But it was insane to me that as I was scrolling, like, I took a picture of my cup or whatever, okay, but as I was scrolling Instagram and I'm seeing people who's at the game and they're like courtside only, floor seats only, and all that. We wasn't in no floor seat or no courtside. We wasn't in no suite, no booth, no nothing special. We were in a seat that was kind of high. But guess what? We had fun. We had a good time. My date was just as fun, if not just as meaningful to me as it was to the girl who posted her shoes real slick like on the hardwood. capture culture. Like, that you're gonna understand how I'm relating this to cancel culture in a sense, because you know, you see this capture of the game and the concert and, you know, being in these extravagant seats, which are fine, right? If that's what you choose to spend your money on. But if you're at a concert and I'm at a concert and we're seeing the same person, we both at the concert, sis. It's both a good time. I'm not going to not share my picture or share my experience because I can't post hashtag floor seats. That doesn't make sense. Vacations, you know, on Instagram, you see all these vacations and it's like Santorini and, you know, Fifi Islands, all of these grand places, which are on everybody's list to go to, right? But guess what, sis? Your trip with your man or your family or whomever to Italy or Santorini is, to me, is just as impactful as the family trip or the trip that you and Bae take up the street to Chateau Elan, or you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, all it is you spending time with yourself, your significant other, your friends, your family, whomever. The vacation still hit the same, I feel. And that's just me. And granted, you know, all of these episodes that I'm going to talk about in this series of capture culture equals cancel culture, it's just really self-work and self-reflection that I've experienced to be like, wow, I was really victim of this. I was really, and not even amongst other people, but like with myself. It's like, damn, like, and I've had people say that I'm judgy and all of that, and I'm telling y'all, this was the year, this was 2019, we're in 2020 now, but 2019 was literally the most trying year of my life, and also the most evolving year. That was self-work. A huge one, the engagements. Engagements are beautiful, okay? It is a man or a woman, whatever your preference, submitting themselves to the idea of wanting to do life with you. That's huge. That is important. It's beautiful. Whether or not it's the shade room proposal worthy or a man proposing to me with 5 or 6 rings to choose from or not, like even down to your ring. I've never seen, it's so many questionnaires and things and conversation going around about ring size and don't get me this, don't get me that, y'all, and I fell victim to that. Granted, I have a ring that I love. I love my ring set. It's beautiful. He did a great job. He had to help with some of my friends. But it's the meaning behind it more so than anything. You know what I mean? Here we are now about to try to go ahead and work toward getting our dream home, and it's like, shoot, that money you spent on that ring could have been toward a down payment. If you really want to think about it, granted, I love it. I love that it's a symbol of his devotion to me, but let's be real. Like, people talking about, oh, 8 carats, 9 here. If it ain't this, I don't want it. And it's like, wow. That whole, if it ain't this, I don't want it, that's the definition of cancel culture to me. Now, a lot of people say cancel culture is when it's a celebrity, right? Everybody make everything about celebrity, and you cancel them off. Like R. Kelly was canceled, Bill Cosby canceled. No, to me, cancel culture is just our idea of throwing something away. Treating something that at one point had value to us, and in a snap flash second, it no longer serves us. Wow. Like, we kind of tough out here. But even down to the prom dress proposal, the prom, what happened to prom? Like, I have a middle schooler and I'm slick nervous because I have clients, because I'm a hairstylist, who are like, oh, I gotta get everything together for my daughter's junior prom, sophomore prom. I'm like, I went to one prom. But yeah, like down to the gowns, girl, the people look like they going to the Met Gala. Like, that's what it's turning into. Down to prom proposals, and the boys have to do all of this extra stuff, and the girl gotta have the hotel suite and all. It is insane. I literally went to Dillard's, got my dress, got my makeup done at the MAC booth, did my own hair because I've always been into hair, and I went to prom. Like, I am confused how this turned into a whole new capture culture thing, because that's all it is. It's literally all for capture. Career, that's a big one. I want to do a episode solely about the career part. for me as a hairstylist, I'm not going to dive into that too much on this one, but that's a huge one. You know, career. People, you have to climb the ladder with anything, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're in corporate, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to start somewhere. And your start, to me, is just as valuable as your end goal. Like, because you have to start. That first step leads you to more steps to get to where you want to go. So it's just insane to me how, you know, especially in the entrepreneur world, everybody captures the wins, but no one shares the losses. Everybody captures and shares, you know, bossed up, boss. The boss shit is hard, okay? It's hard. It's not an easy thing at all. But the whole idea of, if I can't post it, I don't want it. So that's the capture, posting. The cancel is I don't want it. If I can't post it, I don't want it. That is a problem. Cancel culture. I explained pretty much what that is. It's if I can't post it, I don't want it. Cancel culture, it serves no value to me. That person, that place, that thing, that any, whatever it is, serves no more value. It's disposed of. Canceled. Don't want it. I've absolutely fell victim to this on so many fronts of my life. I am shocked because I always thought that I was one who was very comfortable in walking in her own lane and in her own journey, but it's really easy. And I don't have a jealous or envious bone in my body, but it's so funny because I preach often about my kid, right, who's experienced in middle school and how she needs to have her own identity and who cares what people think and all of that. And I realize sometimes I need to preach that to myself. It's so easy to get wrapped up in it though. You know what I mean? Because you are privy to everyone's highlight reel by a simple scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. All you see is highlight. And it's so crazy because the one time that someone disrupts that highlight reel and be transparent and show vulnerability or what is considered a fail or something that didn't go along their highlight, then they're scrutinized and they're told cancel. No, oh, how dare you? Oh, you ain't married yet. And it's crazy. So it's like you guys will rather only see perfection, and the second that something is imperfect, it's canceled. We have to fix that because that's not reality. That's not life. Weddings. Weddings. Oh my God. The wedding industry is booming currently. And granted, I am eating from the wedding industry as well because I do hair. But it is insane. They're making so much money, which is nothing wrong with it if that's how you choose to spend your coin. But it's like, I feel like it sucks people. People get caught up in the capture culture, and it sucks people into getting into an uncomfortable situation, right? Like, you know, it has to look like this, or I guess that doesn't look right, or I saw such and such have this, I need that. Like, oh, I don't want it. Or people not sharing, the marriage is what's beautiful, not the wedding. People not sharing steps of their marriage because they went to the courthouse, and seemingly that's not Instagram worthy. That's not a capture moment. That's crazy to me. Body image is a huge one, but I will be the first to tell you this. I have been in the gym. I'm trying to focus on a lifestyle change. I am not dieting. Be clear. I'm not dieting. It's a lifestyle change. I'm mindful of my caloric intake. I am more active than I've been in a long time, and I actually enjoy it. So, yeah. I will say this. I'm going on some trips coming up soon, and the beach gonna get whatever this body give it. Whatever this body give it, the beach gonna get. I can switch it up as many ways as possible, but that's what's gonna happen. Oh, I didn't say it. The beach gonna get this body. Like, body image has become a crazy thing. Like, okay, for me, for example, I wear a 12, 14. I'm a 14, really. I squeeze it to a 12. My ideal weight is to be about a 10, nice fit 12, and I'm cool. But I write on my captions often, or I'll hashtag or whatever and say plus size, plus size. And people will say, oh, and Carl's victim, I don't know if he just don't want to believe I'm as big as I am or not, but you're not plus size, don't say that, you're not plus size. But I am. And guess what? That's okay. And the fact that I'm saying and hashtagging plus size, which is a group that I belong to proudly, and you guys are, and people try to pacify it or think that they have to make me feel better, like it's a bad thing. And granted, to me, it's the difference between being, you know, fit and skin and thin. You know what I mean? I just want to be fit. And if my fit is at a 12, which is considered plus size, maybe I can't go on Pretty Little Thing and order an 8. Some of the stuff, Zara, the highest size is a 10 and certain things. I can't fit it. So I'm okay with that. I go ahead and scroll to curvy, plus size, or whatever, where clothes that I can't fit are located. So the whole fact that people think they have to protect me from accepting that I am plus size lets me know, wow, that's because it's not accepted. Or you think that it has this negative connotation, and that's sad to me. I fell victim to criticizing pictures of myself, criticizing not looking like what I see as I scroll. And now I'm more comfortable than I've ever been in this size and in this space. I am just working towards my better health. I want to be here. I started feeling like I got short-winded often and everything like that. So I'm not canceling any content or any picture I want to share on my social media because I don't look like what's usually captured. I will say the purpose of this series is to just let you know it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to have your journey. It all looks different. I am not here to, because I'm having a lot of episodes following this, just a lot. This is just like the flagship episode. This is what's starting. But I'm not here, I'm not a relationship expert. I am not perfect at anything. I don't know it all, but I have done therapy. I have had experience. I'm a hairstylist, so I have had access to women of all walks of life, from rich to, you know what I mean, like every married, single, any type of woman, you name it, I've had access to have in-depth conversations with them. And it is of so much value because I learn something every day from every person that sits in my chair. I'm like a sponge at this point, and it just makes me value and appreciate life on a whole nother level. And I want to use this platform. I want to use this platform to share that, to share my experiences, to share my thoughts, to create a community in a sense on here of people who are starting to become more comfortable walking in their own light. Okay, because again, I'm telling y'all, I'm not coming preachy. I know we get a lot of that on Instagram of everybody acting like they are either the pioneer or the expert in something. Y'all, I am figuring it out. I'm figuring it out from motherhood to relationships to career to self-care. You name it, any facet of life, I'm still figuring it out. And I was like, you know, a lot of people refer to me as, wow, you're so transparent, you're so real. I don't know who else to be. I don't know how else to be. And so this series of Capture Culture equals Cancel Culture is solely that. It is to call us all out to the table, and then in turn remind us that wherever we are on our path, wherever we are in that journey, it is enough. Okay. Depression is a real thing. Comparison is the thief of joy. A lot of people say that, and it's true. But I feel like as long as you are on social media, you can control your narrative, right? You can look at things and be inspired instead of feeling belittled. You can look at things you can control. I don't follow certain pages, certain gossip pages and all of that negativity. I block it. Like, you are in control of what waves you allow into your wavelength, period. And I'm a believer of that. So follow things that have captured things that you want to aspire to, or things that make you feel good, right? You will put yourself in turmoil and torture to constantly remind yourself of where you're not. If you're not ready or secure in the space of where you are. Okay, so that is what this is about. I'm so excited. I have some really, really good content coming up with it. My next episode is I wasn't ready to be a wife. Stay tuned.